Thanks for making the Locked On Ole Miss podcast your first listen every day. We're free and available wherever you get your podcast, including YouTube. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Hello, I'm Stephen Willis, and this is the Locked On Ole Miss podcast, and we're going to do a little bit of viewer mail in day one of fall camp. A couple of questions came in that I thought was interesting and at least worthy of thought, and we'll see exactly how that goes. We start out with Joe Random. What are some players that you can potentially see stepping up if a player gets injured? Okay. Everybody knows about Jackson and Quinshawn and, even Trey Harris out on the outside, who's a little bit of an injury risk because the hamstring got him in spring. What are a couple of players that we can count on to step up offensively if, say, Trey Harris goes down? And I think Aiden Williams is the guy in both positions. Zachary Franklin's position and Trey Harris' position has a chance to really step up. And the reason I say that is the 1 or 2 weeks that Zachary Franklin is going to miss recovering from his injury, Aiden Williams is going to benefit from that time as a crash course. So he'll have a chance to step in, to honestly be the true number 3 wide receiver on the outside for Ole Miss. The other, in a situation where Trey Harris goes down, would be somebody like Michael Trigg in the slot. I am going to harp on this forever. I think he can really help. Now, if the quarterback goes down, you're pretty much your season screwed. There's not really a quarterback that's a backup quarterback. You don't hear that very often, them stepping up and creating something that wasn't out there. One of the backups that actually worked out, everybody remembers Kelly Powell in the 1983 season, leading Ole Miss to an Independence Bowl. So, and at running back, maybe Kedrick Riscano if Quinshawn Judkins goes down. But if Quinshawn Judkins goes down, that's another situation like the quarterback. That changes the whole thought process about the season. Defensively, the player that would step up would probably be Isaac Ukwu if Jared Ivey or Cedric Johnson went down, or Suntarian Perkins. He's the all everything. He's the skeleton key on that defense. If a linebacker goes down, he's a nice piece to be able to fit in. But that's 4 names that I can think of kind of right off the top of my head that Ole Miss can look as somebody potentially stepping up if they're needed to do so. And Rebel Man 22 asked the question, who will wear number 38 next season? 38 is a special number to Ole Miss fans. It is. I am not going to argue that at all. I think it has changed a little bit and it has evolved. Now, when it first happened, back when Billy Brewer was still the coach and they were doing that with like Trey Sutherland and those guys, naming the Chucky Mullins Award winner, it's different than it is now. And you have the situation where Patrick Willis wore it, but wore number 49 and just wore a patch. And I think now you have an option of wearing the number or a patch. Now, I do not know, with all the transfer and turnover defensively, who is going to be 39. Maybe it might be DeAndre Prince if it's a defensive back. I mean, he's a senior upperclassman that could wear that number. Ashanti Seastrunk, maybe. He could wear that number. If you look at the defensive line, Cedric Johnson or Jared Ivey, maybe. Those are people that could fill the void. So I think it would probably be one of those 4 that actually wears that number. It should be quite interesting to see, honestly. I think Ole Miss has a chance to do pretty well in the number 38 category and with the step up. So I do want to appreciate all the questions that were asked. A little bit of a shorter episode. Let me explain why. I have a show in less than an hour with Shihan Raja. I'm going to butcher that name all the way up into it. And then tonight I have SEC After Dark, which that is on the Discord as well. So those coming into account, I have to kind of go through it. I'm going essentially at the moment. So it should be really, really interesting to see what Sheehan has to say and what he thinks about the Ole Miss Rebels as well. Now, I do want to let you know before I get out of here, the Discord server, we're doing an open enrollment this month. It closes on August 31st. September 1st, it becomes a private Discord server. And the members that are in there are going to be the members that are in there. On Tuesday nights, where we used to do Twitter Spaces, now we do Discord Live. And that Discord Live, we talk about Ole Miss football. We had a really good time on Tuesday night talking about just about all kinds of questions that people might have in the Discord setting. And that's going to get better and better and better as well. We're also looking at potentially doing a post-game show or a pre-game show. I don't know how exactly it will it'll go in the Discord server for them only. So we'll see exactly how that goes as well. So I do want to thank everybody for stopping by, for joining us. We're going to keep following all the way through camp. Our 2023 football season has begun. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I just can't hide it. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Hotty toddy.